Hello, good evening, everyone. Thanks for your time. Hi, Steve Powell, Business Development Manager for Deepridge. I'm just going to cut straight to it because obviously 7 minutes is quite a short time to get a lot of information in. Before I come on to the products that you can find obviously via the Kuba platform, just to talk about the team and give you sort of the story of our company here. So top left, you can see there Ian Warwick. He formed the company in 2010, having worked on NASDAQ for over 20 years. When he moved back to the UK, he wanted to form a company and use effectively what he knew as the tax wrappers of EIS, VCTs, etc., and use his expertise and his contacts and formed Deepridge. Head office is Chester, I'm in the London office, and him with his contacts, he effectively formed what we have today with our portfolio services. We have 36 employees, and there's a few names, let me point out one name on the left-hand side, Rick Parry. So if you're into your football, helped form the Premier League, ex-Liverpool CEO. He's fantastic for us in the sense that with his book of contacts effectively. So the added value that we can provide to the EIS investee companies, not just providing them with the money or the funding, is sitting on the board of the companies and actually providing with the contacts, a bit like what you see on TV with Dragon's Den, for example, is that added value segment to it as well with Deepridge. The investment committee, when I come on to the next slide, are specific products, how we interlink with our life sciences portfolio. On the right-hand side, the investment committee with the professors and doctors you can see there. So where do we source our companies? Effectively through these guys. So we do have SEIS portfolios, which I appreciate quite niche, but many of these gentlemen here effectively source them as university spin-outs. But we do obviously incorporate into taking on board to our EIS portfolios as SMEs as well. Our FUM sits at about 120 million, which needs to be updated. It's actually pushing on 30, which is a good sign for us at Deepridge. We predominantly focus on EIS. So top left, you can see Technology Growth EIS, which was formed in 2012. We've got just over 41 million under management in that space. That is an evergreen portfolio. I'll show on the next slide just sort of the key overviews of what we look for in companies and perhaps their portfolio key facts as well. But just give you the transparency on where our FUM currently sits. SEIS, 6 and 7 million may seem quite small, but I'm sure you're aware with your booklets in front of you, each SEIS company can raise 150k. So we do actually have pushing, I think, 70 SEIS companies under management there. What we look for with our investee companies, so disruptive of nature. So I guess ingrain the mind of what is disruptive, in technology in particular. So Uber is a perfect disruptive technology, although that's not part of our portfolio. We wish it was, of course, because we'd all be very wealthy, and our investors would be too. But what is disruptive? That is a perfect example for that. Bottom right, HMRC Advanced Assurance. One of the key things that we do within Deepridge before inducting companies into our portfolios, they must be in receipt of HMRC Advanced Assurance. That helps quicken the process. So when we come to actually investors claiming their tax reliefs, getting their EI3 certificates, all this needs to be in place prior, because otherwise you may find as an advisor it's a long process to get these certificates come through. But typically with Deepridge it takes between 4 and 5 months to get your EI3s through. And I'm sure you're aware, again, bottom left, growth. We've always focused on growth. As I said, tech growth has been around since 2012. So we've not adapted to market changes. We've had this, and actually, fortunately for us at Deepridge, it's actually swayed our way in what we have on offer, which obviously benefited us. So the two main products here to focus on today is our life sciences EIS and technology growth EIS. The key facts information here effectively covers both. I mean, they're probably, as they sound, technology and life sciences, although they do overlap when it comes to sort of medical devices, which I'll show you on our next slide for our successful exit. But just to cover the basics, minimum investment of 10k. And one of the key things, I think particularly this time of year, is looking at deployment of when the investment manager will actually be placing the funds into the investee company. Because if they're running a portfolio service such as Deepridge, HMRC look at that is effectively the key tax trigger date for the investor. So again, if your clients are looking at carryback, they need deployment in this current tax year. And one of our USPs at Deepridge is that we actually do that on a monthly basis. And I can confirm, as long as we're in receipt of applications via Kuba by the 22nd of March, then we can deploy it in the current tax year, so we can accommodate to those that need carryback. To give an example of one of our exits from tech growth, although this does overlap, in the life sciences medical sector, but Sky Medical, you can see from the device there is about the size of a wristwatch, straps onto the side of the knee and promotes blood flow to the foot by a small electrical charge that attaches to the nerve on the side of the knee. And this is for deep vein thrombosis, leg ulcers. And the reason it says partial exit is because the Canadian distributor offered to purchase Deepbridge shareholders' stake in the company at £1.85 a share. And I think that probably speaks for all of our investee companies where we say, global distribution. Although for EIS purposes, the investee companies based obviously in the UK, or the headquarters based in the UK, we try to actually put them scalable worldwide. So the potential market can be huge, particularly in the tech sector and life sciences, as you probably imagine. And just to touch upon our USPs. So I've mentioned the deployment is very swift with Deepbridge, and typically, with Deepbridge, we deploy 100% of the funds that we receive. So we charge the fees to the investee companies, which of course, when it's taken into account tax reliefs, obviously it benefits to the investor for the fees to be charged to the investee company. And that is effectively all. Probably been about 5 or 6 minutes, but I'll be at the back if anyone needs to have a further chat about Deepbridge and the background and what we've got available. Thank you.